Would you like to be the one to explain how we know each other? You said that, right? You want to do that?
Yeah. So your girlfriend. Can I say your name?
Mhm.
Okay, it's not a mystery. Okay,
No.
Jasmine. Jasmine. Jasmine and I have been friends since kindergarten. I don't know if I should list the school.
I don't think it doesn't matter. You don't have to,
Okay,
but
well, in Sacramento. Okay, so we went to kindergarten together, and we were like friends for like our whole lives. And but like we went to different high schools, and then I went off to college. But I met this guy, Trevor, and we happened to move in right next to. This was like maybe like 4 years ago.
COVID times.
We yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I needed to get out of my parents' house. They wouldn't let me see my
Well,
boyfriend
we met
because of the
outside.
pandemic.
Like
Yeah.
we were out front on the patio just talking
Yeah,
from
we did
a
meet
few feet
before we
away
moved
across the street.
across the street. And like we had something in common immediately, printmaking, because you were
Mhm.
doing like
The silk screening on the
tie
shirts.
dye and
Mhm.
silk screening, and I was like, oh my god, like I do printmaking. Because in college I minored in art and then got into printmaking. So you did silk screening. I did pretty much everything else except that.
Well, so funny enough about that, I was just telling her the other day, the same class that I learned how to screen print was the same class that they taught us the stamp uh
like linoleum cut where
doing
you
the
carve it.
linoleum. Yeah, like carving with
And
the
Jasmine just
tools.
recently did that and sent it to me, and I was like
That was what we
giving
were
her some
doing that day. I
advice.
showed her because I was like, we were doing it on the erasers, and I
Uh-huh.
was like, draw your little design, and I'll like show you what to do. And
Yeah.
then she did her own, but I was doing it. We have to get better tools. The one that we have was like a
Oh, those are good
replace.
tools.
Well, the
People use
tip
those.
comes off, so
Yeah.
it's like it doesn't stay in. So as you go to use it, it'll just fall out. And
Yeah,
so I
mine
was
are
like,
connected. Mine are connected.
yeah, usually. But so that's funny. That's that same class. I learned like because a lot of the same shit, like introductory wise. We made buttons and shit too, but that's
Like when you in the machine and
the
go.
crimper.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, button crimper. I want to get us one of those. I like the button crimper.
Yeah,
The button crimper
crank
is
them out.
a fun material. So yeah, so I think it was probably I think at least 2020, right? Was it 2020 or
Let's
2021 already
just
by the
set it
time?
there.
Something like that. Yeah,
That's the
2020-ish.
anniversary.
So yeah.
Yeah, I went to. I'm. A, ooh, I almost told a story about last time I got a Pap smear because there is what. Cut that. Cut that. Cut that. Okay, I'll just say it. Like when I went to get a Pap smear recently, and she's like, and it was a new doctor, and she was like, "You haven't had a Pap smear since 2000." And I was
What?
like,
When you were like
I
2?
was like, I was like, wait, like, but she's a doctor, so like, I was like, she must be right. Like, I was like, no, like, I have one recently, but like, I was at that age. Like, apparently, like, when you're like 23 or 24, like, you get to skip like 3 years for some reason, and then you come back. And I was like, and she was like, oh, I missed the two. I'm like, how old do you think I am? Anyway, cut that out. Let's not
That's
talk
hella
about
funny.
Pap smears on the internet.
Well, that it's actually kind of
But
funny that
2020 reminded me of that because
yeah.
that was the last time I had a Pap smear, and then I had one not too long ago.
Well, no, I mean you can actually 100% talk about that because it's a good thing to do. Go get your pap smears. No, I'm just kidding.
The doctor
Schmears.
was tired or something. I don't
That's
know.
that 2000. That's funny. Be like, no, I did not have one when I was 2.5 years old.
2. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. I was gonna say it's cool that all of us have the same birth year, but we don't. Trevor does not have the same birth year as us. We're all in a much stronger 98. Well, I'll mess with these. Let's see what she got written down on here. Oh, yeah, we'll just start with that one. So where did you and Trevor meet? What was the meeting of the Trev dog?
Yeah, my boyfriend of like 6 years now. Still no ring. But we technically were like mutual friends in high school. So like we knew about each other.
What is the
Um,
what is the gap? You're 2 years older than we are?
one
Just one?
grade
One
above us,
grade.
but he's like 2
One
years
grade.
older than us sometimes.
Yeah.
And then you turn the next age.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew each other in high school, and then we happened to be taking the same bus, the 62,
Oh.
right outside of Rayleigh's. We were both at the bus stop. He was already there, and he had his little bike. And like I walked up, and I was like, "Hi," and he was like, "Sophia," and he was like overly like friendly. Like he gave me a hug. Like I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "I don't know you that well, but okay." And
He knew you
then
that well.
I got on the bus. I sat down, and he didn't get on yet because he had his bike, and he like put his bike in the front or whatever. And then he came back, and then he sat right next to me. I wasn't expecting that either. I was just expecting to be like, okay, just. But anyway, he sat next to me, and then we just talked. And he looked good that day, and he told me he had a job, and I was like, wow, that's like better than.
Most
Or
people.
no, more like he was going to college, and I was like, oh, like okay. A lot of the other people like we were went to like high school with like weren't really doing that, so he just like stood out, and he was cute, and he was funny, and it looked like he was going somewhere
It kind
in
of sounds.
life.
It kind of sounds like a movie.
Hmm.
Like on the butt. Did he do like the whole? Can I get your number? Or was it
I hit
Instagram?
him up, so we had each other on Snapchat already, but like we hadn't
Ooh,
talked or like anything. Like we said, we are just like see each other at parties sometimes.
mutual for yeah.
And then
Knew of each other.
yeah. And then just later, I was like, yeah, I want this guy. Like immediately, like the bus stop stuff. And I messaged him just later on Snapchat, like we should hang out. And I think our first date was like a movie. But I like to talk, and so like a movie like wasn't like the most ideal first date because
Yeah.
like you can't talk. But anyway, it worked out.
Do you remember what movie you watched?
It was The Incredibles 2.
Nice. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Hell yeah. It's not a movie, but I don't even think we were dating yet, but one of the first like things that I like kind of realized that me and Jasmine were gonna start dating, and unless we hadn't yet, was Johnny went to work one day and we watched Triumph the Insult Comic Dog, and we had a hell of fun just smoking and watching that.
What
And
is that?
it's a puppet from uh, was it Conan? Is it Conan? Is that Bella? That's
I guess.
hilarious. I think it's Conan or whatever. He would have this guy on who did a puppet, and it's a dog, and it just talks shit, and he's just an insult comic. But what we watched was he did like a presidential election tour, so he like followed like Hillary Clinton and Trump during the 2016 election, and would go around and just make a bunch of jokes about Trump and Hillary and all that. But it's a puppet, so it's a dude making the jokes, but it's a dog. It was hella funny. But we just watched that all day waiting for Johnny to get home. We probably weren't officially together but that was one of those like you always end up watching something with
Alone
someone.
time, whether it's on the couch, on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah, that does sound like a movie though. Like ran into each other after however long on the bus and got the number and reached
Well,
out
what
later.
was your first date though?
Ours?
Like going out and
So we never really had like like a legit like first date. Like it wasn't really like that. But I
Mhm.
think there was one. It might have been one of our melting pot trips. We were like, we'll just like say this is our, you
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like, but I don't think we ever had like there was no like official like this was the first date kind of thing because we hung out a fuckload before. Like I had already gone to Idaho
I feel
with
that.
her. I was I was here most days. Like I didn't live here, but like my car was out front. I got a ticket for being parked there too long. Like I was here that long, kind of thing.
That's
So
cute.
like, yeah,
That's so
like
cute.
I was just here. Like I knew I was gonna live here because it made sense. Like regardless on where Johnny was gonna be, you know what I mean? It made sense to live
Shout
here.
out Johnny.
Shout out Johnny. Always shout out Johnny. Um, but yeah, no, there was never I don't unless you can unless I'm just blanking, but I don't think there was ever like an
Yeah,
official.
the start of relationship, like especially like when the anniversary is. I mean, there was like you know, a time Trevor and I were like in Land Park, and I remember asking, "So, what are we?" You know,
Yeah, yeah.
we just try to find what day that was, and he's like, "I definitely want to date you." So
Ours was similar where we're like we had like a rough day, but it's like a few days from 420, so we were like it's just 420.
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it's
420.
just 420.
Mhm.
But that was kind of the same thing. I mean, we had Loki first. We had Loki already. We were
Mhm.
doing our thing.
Because remember the Australian dancer on the Olympics, and she
Yeah,
was
the
like,
breakdancing one.
everyone's making fun of her.
Yeah.
My coworkers were talking about that. I was like, there's actually a video of my dad breakdancing on the internet,
Oh
and I
no
tried to
shit.
find it. My mom's like YouTube
Facebook
channel,
or
but I
what? Oh,
couldn't
YouTube.
find.
So I know half of the answer to this question. So we'll just start there and then we'll loop it around. It's what celebrity do you hate? I know you hate Ryan
That's
Reynolds.
a good question.
I know you hate Ryan Reynolds. So I'm just you guys didn't see the new Deadpool, did you? You wouldn't watch Deadpool. You don't even like him
Well, it
like that
used to
much.
be. Well, I've kind of like, I don't know. He's grown on me because one of my favorite shows ever is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yep,
And
I already know where
so
you're going with this.
Rob McElhenney and um,
Him,
uh,
Ryan.
Ryan Reynolds, like a
Fucking
couple
him.
years ago, bought like a soccer team, and they have this
Mhm.
show,
Oh,
Welcome
have
to
you watched the
Wrexham.
show?
Yes.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
so that's why Ryan Reynolds grew on me. I was like, oh
from
well,
that time,
if the It's Always Sunny people like him, then
yeah.
okay, he's cool.
Well, my favorite soccer team is Chelsea, and Wrexham just played Chelsea
Because they went up in the
here in
ranks.
California.
Are you
Yeah.
okay?
But no, it was here
It's
in
in America.
California.
Is
Yeah.
what is Chelsea like? Where?
Chelsea's in the UK though. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
They're
okay.
they're like part of the UK teams.
Now Wrexham is playing, I think, American teams too, like
Yeah.
because they like moved up
They're
and
getting
they're
there.
not as like just local to the UK.
The
I
new
don't know.
Deadpool was fantastic though. That was
Okay.
kind of my little loop around. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean,
So then,
I would go see it now, but it's already out of theaters.
close to. It'll probably go on Disney Plus, so you can just watch it when it goes on Disney Plus.
Yeah, thanks for your password.
Oh right. Don't tell Disney that. We're not sharing passwords. Yeah, only one
That's how
household.
close we are.
We're that close. Do you have a celebrity crush? We'll flip it. That's the
Oh
the
yeah.
flip around.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Javier Bardem.
Yeah,
No
who's
Country for
that?
Old Men. I think I like the deep voice.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Wasn't he in The Usual Suspects? You seen The Usual Suspects? No, you know what? I think that's the guy from Star Wars. Fuck, what's his name? Guillermo.
I know my
Whatever.
boyfriend's too. His is
The actor though. Guillermo del Toro's is the director, right? I don't know. I can't think of it. But either way, yeah. You said, well, yeah. No, I know who Javier Bardem is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Bardem,
that's
or is it Bardem?
Javier Bardem. It's not Bardem. I don't know. Bardem. I don't know. There's two E's, right? I don't know.
I know my boyfriend's is
Your boyfriend's celebrity?
the girl. I just had it in my head. The girl from the Hunger Games.
Oh, Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence.
We
Yeah.
just watched Passengers. Have you ever seen the movie Passengers?
I am a passenger. That's Iggy Pop song. No, what's the Passengers?
It's Jennifer Lawrence
Oh,
and man, why am I blanking on their names? I can't do any celebrity names. Chris Pratt. They're on a spaceship.
I don't like him.
You don't like Chris Pratt? Why don't you like Chris Pratt?
Doesn't he have like some controversial things about him? Like he's weird, like churchy or something.
I don't know. That's a good maybe.
I never really watched Parks and Rec.
He's the funniest in Parks and
I
Rec.
don't care for Guardians of the Galaxy because they ruined Tower of Terror.
It's the same ride.
Hmm.
Have you done it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the ride's the same.
I've done it. I've done it.
The ride's the same.
I've done it. Now there's a raccoon in it.
Yeah. And his arm comes down and grabs the thing. It's really cool. No, I get it.
It's I.
That's all funny. So what else is Javier Bardem or whatever been in that you like, or is it just No Country for Old Men?
He's
'Cause
been in
crazy
Pirates
that
of the
movie.
Caribbean. I think that was probably like
He's
the
the
lowest like rated one they have. It was like kind of the last one. Ah!
who
But
is
also
who is
Effie
he in
was in
that?
that movie. Effie Stoneham. If you've ever seen, okay, you gotta watch Skins. That's my shit. Literally changed my personality like in middle school and like kind of
Movie or TV
inspired
show?
me. TV show. It's about, okay, you know, Euphoria.
Yeah.
And it's like kids doing drugs and stuff. That has nothing on Skins. Okay, Skins is literally like the best show ever as far as like teens just getting into shit.
Yeah.
So Javier Bardem, I don't know, like, because there's so many Pirates of the Caribbean movies, but Javier Bardem was in, you know, the same one that Effie was in. It was kind of like one of the last ones, and I feel like
Who did he
people
play?
might
Do you
shit on
remember?
that movie.
Who did he play? Do you remember?
He was like the ghosty dude who like his face cracked apart.
He had like the he was in like
He was
the
kind of like a
prison on the
spirit.
ship, right?
I don't remember.
Do you
I don't know.
remember?
It's been a long time, but all I know is that
Is that
he's in it, and the girl
the
who the
dad of
actress who plays Effie Stoneham
Orlando
is in
Bloom, right? No? You
it.
can talk.
No.
You can talk.
Can I?
Yeah, you can talk.
Orlando
100%.
Bloom.
No, that is.
That's someone else.
Yeah.
Orlando
No,
Bloom's in Pirates of
he's
the
in the
Caribbean.
very last movie before it got canceled.
Oh,
He's the last villain.
got it. I have not.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
think
like
I've
a
seen
villain.
that one. Oh, he's in Doom.
Okay. Oh, okay.
He's
That's a great movie to watch on the airplane
in
if you want to
Dune.
fall asleep, because that's what I did.
The first one, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. The
On the
first
way to
one's
Europe,
very-
we tried to like get into Dune.
No, you can't. Not on an
And I
airplane.
just fell asleep. So
Well, and on airplanes
Thank
have
you.
that low hum, like the even if you have headphones on. You know what I mean? So it just ruins it. You can't.
But if I ever go to Europe or I don't know, anywhere where it's like more than like a 3 hour, I don't know, like maybe more than an 8 hour flight or something, we're gonna go. You know, we can't do economy anymore. I was trying to like watch.
No more economy.
That we were struggling in economy going
Only
to
legroom plus.
Europe, and Dune helped slightly, but it was just the guy in front of us shit his pants. I think
What?
it smelled like shit.
Oh, it just smelled bad.
It smelled like
he didn't
shit.
shit
I
and
think
go,
he
I
was
shit. I
farting
got up and said, I shit my pants.
as we landed, and then on the way back, it was just so bad, like uncomfortable. That we upgraded on the way. Last time we went to Europe, we upgraded to on the way back. We upgraded to like the business class where you get more room, bigger TV
Legroom
screen,
plus.
better food.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my opinion. I can't do a long flight. I don't think I'll
I get
ever
it.
go back.
Well,
yeah.
the longest flight I
watched Cars 2 on the way back and made me cry. Like, but I heard like people like hate that movie, but
No, I mean all the Cars movies are good. I know it's people always have that opinion of like this one wasn't as good as this one or what, but they're all good. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I have a friend at work who just bought tickets to the band Oasis, the band that did Wonderwall.
Mhm.
They're apparently getting back together. I never knew any of this. They're getting back together. Apparently they're like brothers that like hate each other. So they're getting back together, but they're touring. And the person I know at work bought tickets to their show in England and is gonna like fly to England to see them perform. And I was like, that's crazy. Like that's some. They said they were looking at Ireland too, and I was like, you're gonna fly to Ireland to see the fucking Wonderwall guys? Like that's.
I think a couple people I know went to Europe to see Taylor Swift.
That's also crazy because she does like a massive
tickets are
US
cheaper
tour.
there or something. I don't know if that's why they do it or just lined up with their vacation.
Thousands of dollars to fly though, so I mean, yeah.
Maybe we got the points, the miles. I don't know how that works. My boyfriend handles all the
points and miles.
Internet stuff.
To buy the ticket to go to Finland plus a Taylor Swift ticket there versus just buying the ticket
in like LA.
Oh wow, yeah. I guess that makes sense. She's making a lot of money, so I guess.
I just saw a video today that like there's a plan. There's like a script for their breakup. Her and Travis. I saw that today. There was some leaked script about he's gonna come out and say that he's been unfaithful, and then she's gonna write 3 songs about it, like a contract, and they all. Conspiracy.
You
I don't
fucking
know.
heard it here first.
Yeah.
This is where it happened. No, I'm just kidding. No,
And
actually,
my mom,
that's funny.
a Swiftie, got into football. She's one of those
Because of
ones who got into football because of Taylor.
hmm
She
Hey,
had a jersey.
I will clip that and we'll keep that raring to go. So if that is exactly what happens, I'll post that you were the one to predict it first. I don't know what day it is, but she predicted it first. 2024, September 8th. September 8th. Yeah, well that's funny. No, I've seen a lot of those people where it's like they like football now because of it, but a lot of people don't really know the football still. They just like to watch for her to pop up on the screen.
Yeah, she was watching every game. Yeah,
That
watching for her.
the one that I laughed at was the Super Bowl conspiracy of how is she going to be able to have a concert? I think it was in like Tokyo or something, and then
come
fly
back.
back and be back in time.
Magic.
They were doing the math. It's like that's a lot. You're doing all the work.
Some money magic.
Okay. Favorite concert experience?
You want to go to the Donny Osmond concert with your Aunt Michelle and her neighbor Lynn, and I was like, okay, if you'll pay for the tickets. And so we went, and it was a great experience. It was at like some Hard Rock cafe, no, not the cafe, like the Hard Rock Casino way out there.
The new one inside, yeah. We just saw the
yeah.
Bad Friends there.
Pretty cool. Pretty. Oh, that's what that was. Okay.
That's where they were.
Yeah, and they have like since it's Hard Rock, and I think in the Hard Rock cafes and stuff too, they have like memorabilia. Yeah, like signed guitars, weird outfits of Elvis.
Yeah.
Are they real? Are they fake? I don't know. But
they're
the
little
glittery.
Beatles room with the yellow submarine hanging from the ceiling.
Well, that's because you had to go to the bathroom that way.
Yeah,
so, yeah. That's where the bathrooms were. Yeah. And we had the 3 women that drove like an hour. We needed to go to the bathroom.
So quick question, because when I went to, I used to not like Sublime as much, but I went to a Sublime concert when I was a kid. So did you know any of Donnie's music going into it? Like you knew the songs already.
Knew all
you knew it all already.
That's why I think I liked it, because I thought
you knew the music.
I thought I loved Lil Wayne. I thought I was a Lil Wayne like big fan like when I went to his concert, but turns out I just know like the 2000 songs, like the hits, and a lot of this stuff he was playing was like newer stuff, I guess, or whatever. So like I was only like
wasn't hitting
vibing for like part of the concert because I didn't know the words, and you know you can try to fake it like
you're like yeah. Well, so okay, that because I was curious because Donny Osmond seems like the kind of person that you may or may not know the music going into it, and that's what happened with me with Sublime. I didn't know them at the time, so I had a really bad time at that concert. It just was not, and I was underage, so no drinking, no smoking. Everyone around me's fucked up. You know what I mean? Like it just was not. It was not fun. So I can imagine that probably would have been me at Donny Osmond, even though he probably puts on a pretty spectacular show. Not knowing the songs is still kind of like it probably drags. But if you know the songs, that seems fun. I see that.
You had a good point. Not knowing the songs, bruv, he didn't even know the songs sometimes.
Yeah,
because he's had like 60 albums or something.
Oh, so it's just a lot of content.
And so he would like go to the audience and be like, "What song?" Like that was another like hot thing. Like he would like go up into like the girls and be like, "What do you want me to like sing to you?" And he would like come. He came right next to us. That was like part of like why the concert was good. It was like so interactive. And so some of the songs, he was like, "Did I do that one? Is that my song?" And then one girl even like pulled up the lyrics like on her phone because he's just got so many songs. But that was like, I don't know if it was like a bit or like he knew or like whatever, but
it's probably not
the show was kind of funny too. He's just an entertainer.
Yeah,
he's just an entertainer.
We saw him on The Masked Singer. He did The Masked Singer.
Right. Yes, that's what he said. He's like, some people know me. Some people know me as the Peacock.
Some Peacock.
Some people know me as I don't know. He's done some acting too. So
okay.
Yeah.
I mainly because I had been to Vegas a couple of times. I had known his
name he's on the billboard.
Donnie and Marie and the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then I don't know why they don't tour together anymore, but it's just him doing his thing. But
they had a Barbie movie part. Okay, and then what I mean by that is like the part, and then you start crying, like the cry part of the movie. She's not even dead, but for some reason, like I was like crying, and like my mom and my aunt like weren't even. Like I was like, did you guys like after the concert? I was like, what about that Barbie movie part? Like I was crying, and they were like, they're like, oh, what do you mean Barbie movie? I'm like, no, I wasn't crying. My aunt was like sniffling. I thought she was crying, but I guess she just had a sniffle, and so like it made me cry. It like amplified it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was like a part of it where he uh did all these clips from like the Donnie and Marie show, and he was singing like this like sad song, like as if she died, and I was like,
Is she not dead?
no.
So they did like a
She was on, like,
an in
I've been trying to
memoriam
get a
for someone
cameo
who's
from her.
alive. They're like,
Yeah.
she's not on the tour, so it's a metaphor.
I could try to find what song he was singing. I think it's in like my text messages, but it was like way too much.
That is,
and it
hella
wasn't
funny.
even his song.
Yeah,
Um,
that's funny. So that would be out of any concert that you've seen.
that was the best
That's
because he
the
did like that
best one.
10-minute rap about his life. I wasn't expecting that. He sang the Mulan song, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know he did like that. He was in like Mulan, but I knew the song, right?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. There's probably
Make a
like
man.
famous songs like that he performs that we would know. Yeah,
Mhm.
because he is like I think he's done musicals and things like musicals or Disney movies and stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. That sounds about right.
Donny Osmond's tribute to Marie. Yeah.
What were they? There's his sister, or what are they? I guess it's his sister,
Well,
right?
Yeah, yeah.
His sister.
He's got like 9 brothers and sisters, and he's got like because they're Mormon.
Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Controversial. I
Wow,
don't know.
that's hilarious.
Let me see. Let me let the song
Is
play.
this smart TV?
Huh? No, it's not.
Get like a Roku or something that airplays stuff for
I
you
could
guys to
show you.
watch.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, I
this
could
is
just
why I
plug
was
the
like,
HDMI
Barbie
from
movie.
the computer into the TV.
Yeah.
Like, girl.
We gotta Google it. Is she not dead? She's not dead?
She's not
Can you
dead.
find out why she's not touring with him anymore? She has like ALS or something.
Oh,
Why is it sad?
the Beatles song. My life, I love you. Compares with you. It's a Beatles song. In my life.
I don't recognize it.
But why are you singing that sad song?
Yeah, it's sad.
With a montage.
Tribute to Marie.
That's Barb, like tribute. She's
Come
alive.
on. Are you really?
She's not available on Cameo.
But why are they split up then if she's not?
You're gonna need goosebumps.
No. But yeah, that was.
They said there's so many things that they want to do individually that they will never get back.
That's
Oh,
what he said a little bit before that.
That's it. They just
Good
have,
researching.
They
Good
just
researching.
have their own things individually, and they just are split up. But he's like treating her like she's dead.
But it made me cry. I'm just
Yeah.
a girl. I'm just a girl.
That's hella
So,
funny.
I'm gonna cry.
Wow.
If you're gonna.
That's so funny. Well, that's cool.
Barbie
I'm glad
movie
that.
me.
I would say on the flip side, I don't know what the best concert I've ever been to. I've seen Incubus so many times, and they're just fucking bangers every time. Like they don't ever put on a bad show.
Mhm.
Like my mom's seen them more times. My dad's seen them triple anybody that I know. But they've said they're like, oh well, this time he had just gotten into an accident, so he wasn't as good, but he's still great. Like even when he's been beaten down and broken and all this other stuff, like he still gets up and does a good show. But I mean, I don't know if I've ever had like that where I'm at a concert like, damn, like really experiencing it. But that's funny.
Yeah.
I don't really like these questions.
Well, I can add to that. I can
Oh,
add to that.
yeah,
Like
there we go.
Incubus is kind of like, I mean, what's the genre of like Incubus?
Alternative rock.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But it's like
like-
heavy,
so,
like
like,
kind of a little bit.
Imagine Dragons
Mhm.
or no,
But it's-
Smashing Pumpkins is grunge.
I love
Um,
Smashing Pumpkins.
but
I would love
like-
to see them in concert.
They're good.
Sponsor us.
You like the Smashing
Smashing
Pumpkins
Pumpkins.
like that? You'd see them in concert?
No,
No, like
what
you
I was,
would.
what, yes, but what I was going to say is because there was a thing recently on Instagram, like post, like it was like questions and you were supposed to answer it. It was like, what was your first concert? What are you glad you saw? What like do you want to see next?
Yeah.
Or whatever. And one of the questions, like who do you regret not seeing or something was one of them, and I was like, Well, Marilyn Manson, he's controversial too
Yeah,
because he's got some things where
but
with
it's still
women
a
or
fantastic
something.
recording artist.
Yeah, and Trevor and I were supposed to go see him and like Ozzy Osbourne
Ooh,
do a concert at Golden One. It would have been in Sacramento, and they canceled it because of like Ozzy's health.
I
But
remember that.
that
That
would
was
have
just a
been
few years ago, huh?
crazy if to see like Marilyn Manson. Like I would be going more for him because his music, but Trevor would have been going for like
Yeah.
Ozzy. And like I can't believe they would even like do a concert together. But I mean, yeah, they canceled it.
I saw actually not one of the best concerts, but a very entertaining one was when the Golden One Center first opened. The very first show was Paul McCartney. And I saw Paul McCartney there at
Is
the.
he? Oh, it wasn't Paul McCartney. It's like Elton John, who's like done touring.
That I don't know.
Someone was like, "I'm going to the last Elton John."
Oh shit. Oh, even more. Yes.
Video of I don't know what the meme was of Paul McCartney, but it was like him just exploding. He's like on stage when he's like,
Paul McCartney
"Live a
literally
man
just
die."
exploded.
Boom. You
Yeah.
know that one?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like-
I think we'll finish in a sec, but I want to finish on this one because this is a good one to finish on. You just moved into your house, getting things set up,
Mhm.
possibly getting a dog. What are your thoughts on the house, the dog, the man, everything? Like, how is it?
The man is doing everything. Oh, God bless him. He is working really hard all the time, and I'm just sitting on the couch and shopping for the furniture.
What kind of dog do you guys want to get?
Probably a Chihuahua, like a little dog, like a little cute thing. Especially like on Instagram, the algorithm is like showing us like all these like cute Chihuahuas, and we love like the feistiness of like a Chihuahua.
Yeah.
And for names, we even try to use AI to like come up with names. Like, give us a dog name for someone who loves like Frank Sinatra and like just like random stuff, like just to see like what it could do. It did a pretty good job, but we'd be like Frank Sinatra, someone who likes Frank Sinatra. They're a foodie. They are like what other things do we put in there?
What did it give you?
Printmaking.
Just anything.
Just the dog's name is Ink.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it gave us, but we kind of like the name Pasta because we love pasta.
That's
Pasta.
fun. Little
It
pasta.
could work for a girl or a boy.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Well, and they have a 2-syllable thing, like they say for dog names and
It's easier to yell at
yeah,
them.
two syllables.
Ravioli.
Yeah, that's
Ravioli. That's 4.
Mm-hmm. But pasta's cool.
I love ravioli
You
though.
can just name him lasagna.
Lasagna.
Just kidding.
Real G's
Pasta.
move in silence like lasagna. That's a
hella
Lil
funny.
Wayne quote.
Oh shit.
Do you get it?
That's
Because
another.
the G is silent in lasagna.
You're
welcome.
Yep. Well, that's cool. I'm glad it's working out.
I'm excited. Yeah, the house is good. We're just like little kids, like, oh my god. We call it our mansion because like we can't even hear each other. Like if
Halfway
you're at
across
one
the
side of the
house.
house and the other side, like
Well, your guys' last place was so small
oh yeah,
that it's like you
Saved money
you can
there.
literally go on opposite
the
sides
last
of the house
place,
from each other,
which is
right
they
across
can-
the street.
the last place can probably hear us right
You can
now.
almost see it. Yeah. Well, that's that. You know what I mean?
Cheers.
That's kind of how that is. Could have gone until you finished that.
Cheers. Cider, CIDRE.
Hilarious.
Promoted.
Well, that's
that we should
you
probably
know?
hide it. We're not
It
sponsored.
doesn't. No, it doesn't matter. But that's pretty much
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? Yeah, not yet.
Oh, is it good?
Stella Artois.
Did you do good?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do
100%.
it out.
Yeah.
Dylan plus
Yeah.
1.
Thank you for being today's +1. Don't forget to
Obviously.
like and subscribe.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Well, cool. Let's see what it looks like. I'm curious. I can put it on the TV.
You can put the pap smear stuff in there.